to Woody's today and give a little tour. So it should be a little cool. We'll check that out a little later. Well, I made it to Woody's. Donnie.
Yep, made it to Woody's.
Truck driver. LaValle, Team LaValle, making a vlog appearance today, this week. We're at Woody's. And we're gonna do a little stuff here.
Pretty nice building and kind of pretty middle of nowhere. But yeah,
Middle of nowhere, kind of, really, but
facility on it.
if we don't have these guys in our racing, it's insane what Woody's does for our sport, and not everybody knows that. So we're gonna give a little tour today, added to the vlog. This is behind the scenes stuff that you don't get to see, so let's do it to it. Larry Titi.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Morning.
The head office is at Woody's.
Our process starts in a coil form. You can see up here on the platform. So what we do is we get the coil form in, whether it's 7/16 preform, square, round stock. We start to uncoil it, and you can see how it starts to uncoil going into the actual machine. We have pre-straightener wheels in here that takes the memory out of the steel. If we don't do this, the steel wants to go back to the circle.
Okay.
So we have to take that out.
Okay.
And we make the adjustments in our pre-straightener wheels to get rid of that memory.
And it depends on the bars, what you have to do to those wheels, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
We have to either loosen or tighten, because what'll happen is if you look down here at the bars, you can see it's kind of a little squiggly.
Yep.
We're working the memory out of it.
Okay.
So the longer the bar, the harder it is to get the memory out. Okay, it wants to go back to that coil form.
Makes sense.
So
Yep.
we've got this steel actually goes through a draw die. You might not be able to see it, but there's a groove on the other side of this. You can feel with your finger.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So it goes through a draw die to make that.
Okay.
Okay. They coil it up. We receive it in. We start running it through. They decide whatever work order that comes through for length.
Yep.
And then the bend. So they have different programs that they have set up in each one. This is a double cut, that's a single cut. And what they'll do is they'll have their jig set up with their blow-up prints. They'll start the machine. The head on this actually rotates. You can see that the pre-straightener wheels on this one are set up a little different than that one.
Yeah.
But that's what that looks like. These are your pre-straighteners right here. And you can see that this is a different stock.
Right.
Okay, it's different size.
Where the draw die has been on this side.
Yep.
Yep.
So you got pre-straighteners, more, and then your actual straightening wheels.
That's crazy.
So you're still want to do this, but as we're forcing it not to
Stretching to make it fix it. That's so cool.
So if you can fire it up real quick.
Yeah, we're doing a couple.
This one?
No, this one you were going to do, you said, right?
I got it.
Yeah, just one couple. You gotta remember, all this steel used to come in 20-foot straight lengths.
Really?
We'd cut it to length on a stop, for each bar had a length, then we would press it in a press to the shape it needed to be, then we would machine the groove in it. Now it comes all drawn pre-formed, so life's gotten a little easier.
The traction at the end is your head and your cutter. What it'll do is it'll start rotating.
How many you want?
2.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
There's 3 of these machines in the world. 2 here and 1 in Australia. Because it's very designed to build very small material.
Yeah.
It designs to be able to not bend material with the groove, because you have to have straightening wheels that will not bend the groove in and cave it in and stuff. So it's very unique and not used very often. So AIM out of Chicago builds these machines, and there's only 3 of them.
Wow.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
So going from that straight stock, now you have your bends in it.
Wow.
And you can see your shear marks on each end.
And they get cleaned up.
Yep.
Because you put a 45-degree cut on the end of that.
Everything gets cleaned up that needs to be cleaned up.
Yep.
Whether we have to grind the end or some of them don't need to be because
right.
of the cuts. Sure, no problem.
And how many, just to give everybody an idea, how many different bars?
496
Four,
runner part numbers.
496
Runner part numbers.
runner part numbers.
Yep. Take care of snowmobiles from 1996 to current. These are weld studs. It's just as simple as what they are. Is they're put on the runners to hold the runners on the skis, and we make all these ourselves too on the wire former.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
So that's done over there where the studs are?
Yep.
In the other building?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we thread roll them, and they sit here until we need them.
Just
A couple million.
nice to meet you. We got Kurt. He's going to show us from what he's here. Donnie, I think you're going to have to get in here and do this.
Uh-oh.
What are we going to do here, Kurt? All right, in the mix here.
I'll do a quick rundown. Basically, hand me some flux, please. I'll just go ahead and load this up real quick. Thank you. Basically, is what we're doing. Once the bar's been blasted and cleaned, we would actually lay this out, draw a line so we know where the carbide goes, where the flux goes.
Yep.
I'm going to kind of wing it for you.
See a summertime job for you guys.
Yeah.
Once the flux is down, grab a piece of solder. This particular bar actually takes three different pieces of solder. And then we make sure you get the carbide, each piece of carbide in the right location, and I'll check that here in a second. I always check the loader's work just to make sure. Not saying that they don't know what they're doing.
So that's a thin sheet of flux that went in there.
That's the black is the flux,
And then
the silver is silver solder.
silver solder.
Yep.
Okay. You paying attention, Donnie?
Yep.
You better be.
Based on
Pretty crazy.
every bar or dimensions. So basically we look at the print so we know what end goes to the stop and where we measure to on every single piece of carbide.
Right.
That's a loaded part.
Sweet.
Other than normally they load 10 to 15 at a time.
So her building those ahead of time for you?
No, those are for her.
Oh. You got to load your own?
No, I actually leave in 10 minutes.
Oh.
I was actually getting ready to start cleaning up when Larry came out and said,
Oh.
I
You got to hustle up,
gotta,
Donnie.
I gotta start doing this in 10 minutes.
You got to clean?
I can teach you that. Uh-oh, I don't want to go there.
I have a race this weekend. I don't have time.
Okay, let's jump right up in here.
Yep. And in there, Donnie.
I'll show you, I'll walk you through it. I'll braze a couple of them for you. Okay. And then I'll let you braze one or two. And we'll go from
You
there.
got her?
All right.
We'll go from there.
He said he's gonna show me, so we're good.
Little custom tool
Okay.
that we have. I'm just holding carbide down. I don't want those three to move.
Okay.
Push the green button.
Green gold.
I've already got the timer already set.
Okay.
This is gonna run just over 9 seconds.
Got that Levi? She's cooking.
She's cooking.
No doubt. Look at her glow. What's happening?
Just over 9 seconds, guys.
9 seconds. Just
Grab
like
that
that.
one, your spare set of pliers. Squeeze. Squeeze and give a little rock. Squeeze and give a little rock.
Right. Just like that.
Another good.
Nothing to it but to do it.
I find
Pressure's
that
on you, Donnie.
I feel like there's I'm missing stuff.
I've been doing this for a little while.
I would say.
I'd probably grab it with my hand instead of the pliers.
You don't want wait a minute. You want to grab one with your hand here? Like this?
I can for now, huh? That won't ever get that hot. I'm watching the heat go. As long as you let go of the button for 9 seconds, it won't ever get there.
Here's one of the cool things about this brazier. I personally cannot do it. can't do it. But if you have no metal in your fingers, you can turn this on and put your hand in there and nothing's gonna happen. But if you have one metal shaving, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know it.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
These will be a dually, come in, do the line welds first, and then the studs, we'll flip it over, do tack welds on the bottom here.
All automatic.
Yep.
Awesome.
Program it all, and then all we gotta do is hit the green button then.
Now how quick does it go?
Usually on one of these about right around a minute.
Okay. Sweet.
So she'll come in, she flips up the fixture, loosens everything up. There's multiple runners on there.
No, it's
So it's all done.
okay. He reloads it.
She'll reload.
So 4 at a time.
We build this runner for BRP. It goes on the assembly line sled.
Yep.
Every single sled gets one of these. And we build these every day, all year long. Right
So
around
this is all we do.
300,000 of these every year.
Oh my God.
To these sleds. Assembly line pieces.
300,000 of these
Yep.
BRP bars
Every year.
every year. Insane.
All for the assembly line.
All for the
So she
assembly.
has them all in there. The weld studs are in.
All right.
Just goes up.
Hit the green button means go.
There we go. What's the green button? This one over here is still welding.
Okay. So she's back and forth doing the same one.
I'll go over here. She's doing round one. This is another BRP. This is one of their assembly line runners.
Okay.
And that's the square
Square
one
bar.
that goes in every piece.
Okay.
That's their entry level, cheapest bar, not aggressive, that they put on all the sleds that go off the assembly line.
Okay.
Most of them get one nowadays, but they used to put two when they first built that pilot ski. They
Okay.
put two on there. Now they just put one on. They let you buy the other one if you want it on the outside.
Excuse me, you can see the dually with the carbide for the hard surface.
They add that. They clean it. They sit there and blast everything off. Make sure it doesn't impede on any of the welds that they do
Yep.
for hardening. And then it goes. This is just another bar type, right?
Yes. And they could be doing 3 different bars in each one. Just depends on the robot.
Because each station has 3 different stations.
Yeah, at 3 different stations, we program it. That station could be doing this bar. This station could be doing a complete other bar,
Yeah.
and the other one could be doing a whole other complete bar.
Wow. Wow.
So once we get done with the hard surface, we got our straightener table. Each bar, every single bar is straightened by hand.
And you guys are the only ones in the world that have that going on.
Yep.
Like every single bar, that's something that people don't know about Woody's. Every single bar goes through 3 stages of pre-check before it leaves this facility. Quality control, like it's insane. So, not done. Look at it. I mean,
These are in the process of being put up onto here, onto whatever jig they're going to use for the straightening. Some of these guys have been doing it so long they don't even need to look. They know where to tap it.
Right.
Every single time. So they got jigs up here. They have, we have jigs that have holes that we put down. We put the bar.
that's all over there in that rack, right?
The bar goes in upside down. We check the weld studs to make sure they're in the right position and they're straight.
Yep.
If we need to, we straighten them. They tap the carbide or part of the bar, depending on where it's bent.
Yep.
And then they put that through a jig that is, yep.
That's
That's how your bar fits in.
That's how your.
It's not the,
That's not the actual one, but
yeah.
nevertheless, like you guys get the idea. But this is all the jigs that they have. You want a 97? I'm gonna guess this is an old Arctic Cat bar. That's Larry. I'm pretty sure this.
And we have jigs that can actually be used for other parts.
So cool. That's the bend and everything.
Runners. They have to be able to slide down through there. If they don't, we have to straighten them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that one's a tough one to make, because I saw that other guy earlier. He was
That is the
having to put
toughest one we have
the
to make.
studs inside of there, right?
Yep.
Up there you put the pin.
Pin, yeah.
That's for skidoos, adjustable ski.
So if it doesn't fit down through there, you gotta straighten it.
Oh,
But like I said, the guys that have done it for so long, they know, they can just look at that and set it in there. Well, I need the cabinet right there.
yeah.
And then it
This packaging, and this one, and it carries over to the next one.
This is our packaging area. Right now we're packaging stock. Any part that comes through there into this area, whether it's a stud, whether it's an accessory, a track tool, whatever it is, goes through here. So basically what happens is this already comes drawn. We run it into the header. You can see in the back of the header here that these arms right here, they go back and forth. It has a primary kickout rod that's in there, and what that does is the steel comes in, these arms come back.
Okay.
We form the steel inside the die. When it's done forming, we push it back out. A transfer grabs it and moves it to the next station.
Okay.
This is a 6-hit 5 die. So you got number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dies. Your steel is right here. Same concept as down there with the free straighteners.
Yep.
And now we got straightener wheels. They go into the tube. We actually shear the piece off to size.
Yep.
And then we start forming it. There's no heat in here at all. It's
That's
all
why it's
just
called
by
a cold
friction.
header.
Yep. So here's the first step that we cut off. Here's the second step. And you can start to see that the steel is getting different lengths and the diameter is changing on it too. So we're making it smaller, but we're moving the steel back here, so we're extending it.
Yep.
So all this material that's right here is now right there.
Out.
So that material that's right there is now right there.
I gotta say, you can see, because this side's where all the dies are.
Yep.
And it's sticking where we're shoving the parts into.
Wow.
And this is kind of slow.
Hard. Look at that. It's insane. And you're running, Jeff, you guys are running 125 a
Roughly
minute?
about 125 a minute.
Wow.
This is where the weld studs are made too.
Okay.
Yeah. The weld studs are the last step is to thread roll them,
Yeah, let's check out thread rolling.
and then we send them out.
So they got the hex formed in the end, everything, carbide tips in the end.
Are you gonna fire this up? The orientated tip down, and you can see them on the orange screen.
All that part.
Over by there, you can actually see them. Look right here. You can see the head. Just rolling. Yep. There's the die. There's a die moving, and there's a die that stays there.
Got everything threaded. Wow. How many does this do a minute?
About 125.
Same thing. These are studs for the car, for the runners. It's a roll die.
This one goes through instead of a cross. It's hard to see separation.
You can see it roll through there.
Just sucks them in, spins them, and like that.
Now, started all the excess oil, and then you see them down there at the bottom. Towards the end. Wow. They have to be orientated so that the point is up.
You gotta sit there and do anyone like that. That's insane. all vacuum. Look at that.
So he knows that that one didn't have a solder ball or a piece of carbide. Anything good gets put on the tray. Once it goes, the tray is full, it gets brought over here to get fluxed.
And he's got to adjust that constantly to get the airflow right for the...
If the carbide gets caught or has a burr, it likes to get caught in the tube. Plus you get foreign material that's on the carbide anyways, and it builds up. You see a bubble that carbide on the top of
They put the carbide in there, and now they're gonna flux all the top of these things. Just kind of dabs it on there. And it all has to get dry. They got racks and racks of this stuff. You see these ones are dry. Just amazing. All the details that go into making one part, and all the people and all the trains and stations that it's got to go through to make this happen. It's insane. It's really mind-boggling to me anyways, but I'm an old idiot.
You load it into the slot. They make the adjustment on the coil whether it needs to go up or down depending on the height of the stud. And you can see once it starts into the coil, you'll start to see it change colors and start to heat that solder ball up to drop that carbide in and freeze it into it.
And then he's taking all of them off. He's scraping all the excess flux off or solder. Still warm.
Stuff that